So me and dude was like vibing, and he tells me, okay, I got my daughter with me. Is that cool? And I say, hell the fuck no. Nigga, this ain't no daycare. Get you a damn babysitter. Shaking my head. I swear to God, these dusty ass niggas doing the most out here. Getting sloppy toppy in the front seat while your child is in the back seat in the car seat.
Them bitches be salt.
Them bitches be salt.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow.
Yes, happy Pride Month as we continue to celebrate Pride Month, and happy belated Father's Day to some of you all that are fathers. How are you? How is your spirit? Oh. So, I want to go ahead and give a brief disclaimer before I really get into this video. Basically, I have decided to do, I'm gonna probably start doing this more often because the last one was so successful, the Reading Rainbow edition, because a lot of people don't believe the texts I get. A lot of people don't believe just how, I hate to say it, but pathetic and low down a lot of men are, and people in general, because I'm not gonna just concentrate on just toxic, messages from men in the future. I'm gonna also feature some stuff that I got from other women, other trans women, and other things of that nature. But yeah, this one's about the toxic masculinity, the entitlement issues. I want to give a brief disclaimer that when I do these videos, I don't do these videos to be mean-spirited. I don't do these videos to expose anyone. I respect people's discretion and things of that nature. What I don't respect is when someone comes into my space and they expect discretion, they expect respect, but they're not giving that, or they're not giving anything to validate that. And yes, those people will be called out, to the best of my ability. I will protect people's discretion, but I'm not going to go out of my way to protect someone's discretion that has came out and, openly said that they are not going to contribute to me or respect me in any type of way. And I know that those things come with consequences, and yes, I will deal with them as they come. But this is how I deal with toxic masculinity. And if this is your first time coming to this channel, please go ahead, subscribe to the shits, subscribe to the drama, subscribe to the trauma. Here we go. So our first adventure takes us to Tag, the best place to meet new people. In some areas, it may be Meet Me. Okay, so my tagged profile. Yes, TS blase, none of your business, irrelevant to the story here. Let's get into my bio. Very simple, but straight to the point. Slim in the middle, thick in the back, intelligence up top, my drive can't be stopped. I believe in energy retraction, the basic principles of the universe. Yes, I'm TS, aka transgender woman. I'm a young, elevated, two-spirited entity with a creative spirit and an intense appetite for innovation. The basic morals I live by. In order to give, you must receive. Vice versa, in order to receive, you must give. What's understood doesn't need to be said. Substance over superficial. I'm not interested in being your experiment or first time. I'm not attracted to female energy, so don't ask me for a four or a threesome. I'm interested in an individual who adds to my life, not subtract. If your incompetence level doesn't allow you to comprehend this bio, then that is an obvious sign of incompatibility. If I can't see your face in your pics, that equals no response. No profile pic equals no response. One pic profile equals no response. Pretty cut and clear, right? So, here comes this motherfucker. king, prolific. Oh, it amazes me that people that use king online, are nothing of the sort. You're a king, but you take the bus. You're a king, but you don't own anything, not even a car. You're a king, but you live with your mama. Don't get me started. Anyways, let's see Mr. King Prolific. Okay, so on March the 1st, he says, hello, beautiful. And Desmond, aka Diz, if you're looking for a relationship or a friend, message me. Okay? I'm not looking for either of the sort, so I don't respond, amongst other reasons why I don't respond. Sure enough, 5 days pass by, and he sends another text, and it says, or you can ignore me, but it's cool. And that's when I decide to respond, because by this time, you gotta say something, in my opinion, because they're gonna keep responding and keep responding to nothing, but it just gets so annoying, and it just blogs up and takes up space in my DMs. So, here's how I respond. I'm looking for ching relations. So if you're not about that, then we have nothing to relate about. Simple, straight to the point, nothing rude. This is how he responds. You do realize that that's not what tagged is used for, right? And that can also get you banned as well. And you need to get a real job, loser. Well, last time I checked, Mr. Fake Prolific, Tag is the best place to meet new people. It doesn't say how to meet new people. It doesn't say what purpose to meet new people, but the best place to meet new people. Obviously, it's the best place to meet pricks and people that use the name King with toxic masculinity that feels entitled to every woman that they come into their DMs and that doesn't respond to them the way that they want them to respond to. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and dissect this situation a little bit further, because people think that I pick on people. People think that I'm just mean-spirited sometimes. And no, it's not that at all. Okay, so let's get into this guy's profile. Okay, now, see, if he would have read my profile, he would have saw that we weren't compatible, according to his profile. Because I actually read people's profile before I respond back to them. And you'll be surprised what you read. So, I'm on here seeking that number one woman. A woman who's not after me for money or materialistic things. A woman who's honest, loyal, faithful, loving, caring, and who wants a kid. I'm a loving, caring, charming, nerdy, random, sexual, and respectful man. I have no kids, work part-time, working on getting some things in my life. I'm not rich and I don't have it all, but I'm a good man. So if you ladies want a good man, hit me up. And no, I don't care about race or age. Well, evidently you don't care about ambition and motivation and actually providing either. You know, when a woman says that, when a guy says that he wants a woman that doesn't want any money, essentially you're asking for a bum-ass bitch. You're asking for a girl that is unmotivated. You're asking for a person that doesn't want the best things out of life. Who would not want money? Come on, let's be honest. Who would not want money? Who would want someone that basically cringes at the thought of them asking to be, you know, to do what a man's supposed to do, provide, to do what most people do in a relationship, provide. If not, what the fuck are we doing here? Now, by reading his profile, he should see clearly that we're not a compatible match. For one thing, it doesn't say anywhere in my profile that I'm looking for a kid. If you know a TS, then you know you're not going to get a kid out of me naturally. You know, it seems as though everything that you're wanting, you know, is the opposite of what I want. And most of all, let's look at the profile here. Okay, every fucking picture he has, I can't see a face. He's hiding behind, you know, bags and bags of clothes. And I'm assuming that it's to, you know, camouflage the fact that he's slightly overweight, stocky, or just real funny body or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that I say specifically, if I can't see your face, equals no response. I didn't respond. When I finally did respond, and I said what I was looking for, very respectful, didn't call him out his name or anything, he decides to call me a loser. It's interesting how people make this assumption that just because a woman wants money, that she has no job. That is a big assumption. So I can't have a job at Bank of America and put dollar signs or say that I want a man with money. I don't get that concept at all. That asking or seeking someone that has financial stability is equaling you having no job. Just stupidity all over. It's down to it. These men don't read the profile because of the fact that they don't feel they need to, because they feel entitled to women. They feel entitled to feminine energy people, and that our only purpose is to get dressed up and act like women to sexually serve them for free. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So our next example of toxic masculinity and how it plagues our society comes with the simple, annoying acronym that most guys say to you when they want some good. WYD, what are you doing? Okay, I'm actually very welcome to this response. I am. But you know what's so annoying? It's so annoying when you get this from a number that you have never corresponded with, that you have no recollection of, that's never texted you, never called you before, and it's just out of the blue. Or someone hits you up from a number, you're like, hey, so what's going on? And, no introduction, no, people, please, when someone gives you their number or so, and you've never called them before, there's a certain thing called making an introduction when you call someone. What happened to the time where people would call people and say, hey, how are you doing? Can I speak to so-and-so? Seriously, what happened to the time when people actually use their phones to call? People get fucking offended when you actually call their number. So anyways, let's get to this. WYD from an unknown number. And I'm just supposed to know who this is, and I'm very typical, who is this? So he sends this. And once again, I'm like, who is this? How am I supposed to know who you are? Never met you before, you never hit me up before, and you send me 2 pictures of yourself, and just like, people don't have any social skills nowadays. It's so fucking annoying. So I say, have we met before? How do you get my number? He says, I got your number on POF a while back. We haven't met yet. POF? I haven't been on POF in years, and you are just hitting me up 2 years later, right now? Then he goes on to say, pretty much, laugh out loud. I was going through my messages on my phone, and I remember you sent me a booty pic, and it got my dick hard as fuck. 2 years. 2 years ago. And now you're just responding. You see, this is the entitlement here. This is the toxic masculinity. You were going through your phone, and you got hard, so you decided, I'll hit you up now. No introduction. No, basic, and you know what, it's so interesting is that he's not a bad looking guy, and under other circumstances, I would probably entertain this conversation. But no, I am not, because I've learned so many times before, you teach people how to treat you, and that is the same true with men. So, I respond as such. Well, unless you're trying to talk money, you can go back in time to 2 years ago and stay there. If I wasn't important back then for you to respond, then you surely are not an asset in my present for me to entertain. I have a theory here, and my theory is that I go very much off of success rates, and I do truly believe that men that behave this way, men like him, even men like the previous asshole, that Mr. King Prolific, the king that has peasant ways, they respond because they have a success rate. They have a success rate of women or people, because we can't always just assume that it's just women that they're dating nowadays. They have a success rate of people responding responding in their favor. And then they meet a bitch like me. And I just turn that all around. Alright, so the next prospect here, this guy goes by Celis, Italian guy, really hot. Kind of gave me, he could be like Tommy Lee's younger brother. And if anyone knows me, they should know that when it comes to favorite white boys I love, Tommy Lee is probably one of them out of all time, and not just based off of his huge member and that lovely video that he did with Pamela Anderson, but he's just a very free-spirited, all-around guy. And no, I've never met Tommy Lee or anything of that nature, so please don't get that rumor started. Just admiring him from afar. Or from 10 inches at least. Okay, so this guy here, I'm gonna give you guys an example of like how guys like to gaslight you. How guys like to really flat out deny not only your existence, but things that you have said and things that they have said. This is why you keep receipts. So I met this gentleman on the lovely app Scout. We went through all of the legalities of, you know, he's gonna bring this and blase, and, you know, hey, got everything situated. We're all on the same groove line, and, you know, this is where this conversation goes. He says, can we hang out? Let's kick it. I say, I live so-and-so, blase, my address, none of y'all's business, but I do live alone. So he's like, let's chill, I drive, okay? Motherfucker, I just gave you the address, so, I mean, what's up? So anyways, we keep the conversation going, since I'm seeing that he's not making any attempts to head my way, and so I asked, what is your experience with dealing with black TS girls? He says, I love them all, I'm real chill, so any type of girl, but so far so good. So what do you say? Are you willing to hang out and let's kick it and have fun? So in a nutshell, he was a no-show. The next day comes. My last answer to him was like, oh, that's very vague. He says, talk to me. What is it that you need to know from me? So I'm the type of person, I really hate repeating myself. I also am very aware of, like, on these apps or so, that these men talk to several different girls, and they have several different conversations going on, just as vice versa, just as we as the girls do. I know I do. Think I'm gonna waste my time putting all my eggs in one basket? Hell the fuck no. Anyways, the reason I bring that up, because I need to know that a person's full attention is on me. And I do not like to repeat myself. If I have to repeat myself, then guess what? The connection wasn't worthwhile. Hence, the guy from the previous situation that decided to finally text me 2 years later, my phone number on POF. I respond. I already asked the questions that I wanted answers for, and I'm not going to repeat myself, so you can start there. He responds, flat out denial. I don't remember any questions, to be honest. So I go, well, there you have it. That's an indication of exactly how my time would be with you. Not memorable. Even though you could easily go back into the profile or this conversation that we're having right now and look at the questions anyways, you have a good evening. He says, I think you got the wrong person. I don't have anything of yours as far as messages or anything, that this is my first time chatting with you. I say, how are you telling me that I have the wrong person when I'm looking at the conversation that we merely had yesterday? He says, I have no conversations. He goes on and says, I saw your profile and I like you, and that's it. I haven't had a chance to chat with you at all. So I just hit him with the receipts. Hit him with the proof, the evidence. And what does a fuckboy do when you hit them with the evidence and the receipt right in their face? Ha! So where was the questions? I was trying to hang out. I said, but didn't you say a couple of seconds ago that we never had a conversation? Now you're admitted to it now that I have the evidence. This is clearly a sign of you lying about something as small as us having a conversation. Then there's no telling what else you will lie about or be dishonest about. Enjoy your night. Backpedaling, he does. I was referring to the questions that I never asked. I'm quick to give my number out and talk to the person. I have no problem answering everything. Mind you, he never gave me a number. Mind you, he never asked any questions. I asked the questions, but you know what? Enough of this nonsense. You know, I don't have time to go back and forth and go over these messages of these guys and their denial issues. It makes me mad just reading all over them again, and it's just so frustrating. So, yeah, you can go back and forth with these guys all day long, even when you have the evidence in their fucking face. As point proven right here. So we're not gonna spend any more time with this. I'm gonna go down to, yes, the last prospect. Saving the worst for last. There's a special place in hell for motherfuckers like this. And I used to think that I thought that seeing the worst online was a guy on, like, you know, Scout, having this as his profile pic. I mean, nonetheless, I mean, the kid is cute. The kid is very cute, but, you know, how is this attractive? You holding the kid on your profile pic. I never understood, like, why people like to hold children and their profile pic on a singles app. I just don't get that. It just doesn't seem so appealing at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking that maybe you want to introduce the kid a little bit later on when you've gotten a chance to know the person and know if they're even, worthy enough to meet your kid. But no, you have them in the profile. It's just like saying right up front, hey, I come with my kid. I'm looking for a mother. Anyways, let's get straight to this. All right, here. This motherfucker here. So we worked out all the details, what he was on brain, blase, all this stuff like that. And this is where this conversation led us to. It's exactly. So we go from, we're gonna chill to, everything's looking good. Everything's looking great. And, just like clockwork, these motherfuckers throw a monkey wrench or just say some stupid ass shit that just fucks everything the fuck up. So me and dude was like vibing, and he tells me, okay, I got my daughter with me. Is that cool? And I say, hell the fuck no. Nigga, this ain't no daycare. Get you a damn babysitter. Shaking my head. I swear to God, these dusty ass niggas doing the most out here. Getting sloppy toppy in the front seat while your child is in the back seat in the car seat. I am literally gagging. Is this what niggas are doing nowadays? I mean, seriously. If I was a baby mama, if I had a child of my own with a guy that I'm not with, I would be terrified knowing that dudes are giving it up like this. And on top of everything, this dude, and mind you, we were texting because I thought that we were gonna make a connection, and he texts me and says, do I have condoms? Because he likes to get head with a condom on. So wait a minute, you want to get head with a condom on, but you're not trying to protect your child from a stranger. I don't get it. I mean, seriously, this has nothing to do with me not wanting to be around kids or anything like that. No, it has more to do with the safety of the child. Like, because I know he's probably done this before with someone else. And what's going to happen when he comes across someone that may not have the best intentions? You know what? I'm done. Somebody, I need to call DCFS right now. Department of Child Protective Services on these motherfuckers. Because this shit is out of hand. Out of hand. No, ma'am. The only kids I do are the kids that are going down my throat. No, ma'am. We ain't doing this. I am seriously considering renaming this video How I Shut Down Toxic Stupidity. I mean, there's nothing masculine about that, but anyways, you know how the saying goes. Subscribe, share, like, voice. Until next time, keep it problematic.